Hello, everyone. Jason Brown, co-founder of Links here. I just want to take a couple minutes to talk to you about a tax credit that you may not be aware of. You're probably familiar with the CARES Act. This was the $2.2 trillion stimulus package that the government put into play to help business owners get through the upcoming pandemic throughout 2020 and 2021. The most common ways to get that money into the hands of business owners were number one, PPP loans. I'm sure you're familiar with those. There were EIDL loans available through the SBA. Tens of millions of business owners took advantage of those loans. Neither of those is still available today. The remaining two channels or ways to access money from the CARES Act that are available today are the ERC and the FFCRA. The ERC is for businesses that had W-2 employees in 2020 and 2021 and were affected by government mandates or had certain reduction in revenue. Links was fortunate enough to help tens of thousands of businesses get the ERC. If you're a business owner that had W-2 employees, get with the person who sent you this video and talk to them about your eligibility. Um, we're going to dive into the FFCRA, the Family First Coronavirus Response Act. It is also still available, and this is for self-employed workers, right? So unlike the ERC, which is for companies that had W-2 employees, this is for folks that filed the Schedule SE, or in other words, paid self-employment tax. So maybe you're 1099, you're a single member LLC, you're independent contractor, sole proprietor. There are two time periods that you could be eligible for. The first one is April 1st of 2020 through March 31st of 2021. So that's a full year. And then the second and third quarters of 2021, which is April 1st through September 30th. You can get up to $32,200, $220. This comes in the form of a check from the US Treasury, right? It is not a loan that has to be forgiven or paid back. You can take that check, deposit, you can cash it, you can do whatever you want. Now, the US Treasury is a little bit backed up on those processing those and get them sent out. So from the time you actually file, you can expect about 4 to 5 month wait, but those funds do come. There's two ways or two categories in which someone would qualify. First is a personal sick leave credit. So you personally were affected by COVID. Now, this is not by government mandate or CDC recommendations. This means you personally either had it, right, and you quarantined, or you personally were affected. You came in contact with somebody that had it, so you quarantined. I mean, pretty much everyone was affected, right? They even had apps out that showed if you came in contact with somebody that had it and told you when to quarantine. So you can get up to $511 per day, up to 10 days, and that's for both time frames. So 10 days for the first time frame, up to $511 per day, and 10 days for the second time frame, up to $511 per day. Now this number, it says up to, meaning it's based off what your net income was during those two time frames. I think to max it out at $5,110, you had to be right at about $130,000 per year. But if you made less than that, then you would still qualify, and you could get up to 10 days. It would just be a smaller amount per day. The second way to qualify is the family leave credit. Now, just because you qualified for one doesn't mean you can't qualify for the other. You actually can do both. You can get up to $200 a day for up to 50 days on the first time frame, and then up to 60 days on the second time frame. And again, this is if you had to miss work because you were caring for a family member. Maybe a spouse was ill and you had to miss work to take care of the spouse, your significant other. Maybe it was your kids. If your kids, the reason they give you 50 to 60 days, you may have multiple kids. Maybe your kids were out of school, daycare, schools were closed down. So again, I'm just giving you the 500-foot view on this, but that totals up to $32,220 is the most you could get. How do you apply, or how do you even see if you're eligible? First, get with the person who sent you this video. They have a website that will look similar to this, and up in the corner, it will have a begin qualifying or check eligibility button. Click that, and it'll take you through a short questionnaire that at the end of that will give you an estimate on roughly how much you could expect to get back on this tax credit. You'll upload some very simple documentations, mainly your Schedule SE, into the portal directly, and then our team will dive in to confirm your eligibility. And in a short amount of time, we will give you your final eligibility amount, the dollar amount that you actually qualify for. And then you make the decision whether you want to move forward. We at that time will file it for you. And like I mentioned before, it'll be 4 to 5 months out till you actually get the funds. So it's pretty seamless, pretty painless. How much money are people actually getting? So an Uber driver, right? We submitted an Uber driver. They looked at their checks will total 13,500. A real estate agent made a pretty good money, 28,200. A network marketer, 9,300. An insurance agent or financial services agent, 11,600. So for you to find out, just go through the questionnaire. The next question is, how much does it cost? Well, guys, it costs you nothing to find out if you qualify, right? So run through that questionnaire, upload your Schedule SE. We'll tell you exactly how much you qualify. We don't charge you anything to do all of that. And then if you decide you want to file, you pay a one-time processing and filing fee of $19.95. And then when the checks come, you keep the whole thing, right? Most companies out there are taking a percentage or a portion. They're going to invoice you later. Guys, we don't do any of that. It's super clean. You pay $19.95 up front, and then you keep the entire refund amount. So time is running out. Don't wait. I'm sure you have some questions, most of which will get answered on the website that the affiliate who shared this video with will also give you their website. So check your eligibility today, and we look forward to working with you.